Welcome. My name is Haley. I'm a peer mentor in the Kirsten Word tribe. I'm doing a presentation on asset-based community development. And on the right-hand side, you'll see a cute little cartoon that says we are sitting on a treasure chest. And you have our communities are more valuable than gold. And the money that's inside the treasure chest represents the people. So what is asset-based community development? It's an approach to sustainable community-driven development. Our communities are derived from the development process themselves by identifying and mobilizing existing but often unrecognized assets. It emphasizes the strange connections, citizen leadership, recognition for the individual gifts, and become more powerful when they are all connected. It's practicing and approaching to community change. In the center, we have our neighborhood, where everyone's welcome. And then you find out people's interests, skills, or passions. And then you connect similar interests all together, connect to local assets, support the people to take action, and make connections across the neighborhood. It is built on positive strengths and opportunities. It's relationship driven, centered on the people in the neighborhood working together, and it's place-based. It's locally focused. ABCD, which is asset-based community development for short, focuses and practices asset mapping, which is a tool we'll learn a little bit about later, which is finding all the good things within your community, and asset mobilization, connecting the good things for positive purposes. So what's good? We went a little bit over this before, but it begins with the community and individuals and what they have. It can begin and be sustained without funding or grants. It builds leadership amongst everyone involved. It builds internal connections. There's no them or us, which goes back to relationship driven. It builds connections between the community and the outside. Issues and solutions are settled as they are experienced, and everyone is self-sufficient and empowered when it can be built. Principles. Everyone has gifts. Each person in the community has something to contribute. Relationships built. People must be connected in order for sustainable community development to take place. Citizens at the center. Everything is revolved around the people. Leaders involve others. It's the strongest when we have a nice base within everyone. Almost like when you build a bridge, you need that support in order for the bridge to stay up and for everything to work. People care about each other. We listen and we ask questions for ideas and to get everyone's opinion. Inside out organization with the local community members are in control. And institutions serve the community. Institutional leaders should create opportunities for community members' involvements and then step back. So we're discovering, asking, and connecting, and it revolves in a circle. It's built on 4 foundations: focusing on the community's assets and strengths rather than the problems and needs. It identifies and mobilizes individual and community assets, skills, and passions. Community-driven. We're building from the inside out, and it's relationship-driven. Here's a tool that we use in ABCD. We have individuals at the center, and then we branch out to citizen organizations, such as our youth, our income, older adults, artists, and disability or ability people, and to local institutions, which are our schools, community colleges, hospitals, parks, and businesses. Why is it important? We learn from each other, we improve ourselves and our connections, and we're communities that are more powerful when we're all connected. I keep repeating this because it's so important. We're identifying individual and community assets. We're already connected to the community. We're paying attention to the small local institutions. We're looking into what everyone has to offer. We're recognizing the skills and abilities. We're considering the local economy in the broad way so that we include the informal economy, which are people swapping goods and services, volunteer work, as well as the traditional economy, which is production, consumption. And finally, we are appreciating the stories, culture, and heritage that everyone brings. Community driven. Around the table, decision-making table, we had professionals, just professionals. And then we move on to the decision-making table with a few community members. But we want to be in the end, the decision-making table where it's all community members around it, and then the professionals are taking a step back and just there. Relationship driven, we're going on building relationships, connecting with everyone, learning from everyone, sharing the energy. And community development asset base is part of social capital. It builds on webs interlocking relationships existing within the given community, allowing people to succeed and advance through associating together. Refers to the features of social organizations such as networks, norms, trust with increased society's productive potential. It's the core of ABCD, and it's focused on social relationships. And it's formal and informal associations, networks, extended families, and treated as assets and means to mobilize other assets within the community. 3 takeaways. The fundamental truths of ABCD. Everyone has gifts. Everyone has something to contribute, and everyone cares about something that has passion, his or her motivation to act. Perspective matters. We get an empty glass where the communities are full of people with needs and deficiencies, or a full glass where we're talking about ABCD and the communities are full of ideas, skills, and capacities. Where you look drives what you see. I would love to hear in the comments what makes your community special, what your assets are in your community, and what your personal assets are that you can bring to your school or to your university or your community if you're for whatever you're doing and whatever you're volunteering in or what drives you. Thank you for listening.